podcast. Walk with me. Let it rock. That's right. Wanting to be heard in the black man's world, simple. They're complicated, just relax and observe. Breaking down of our families, restructured communities. To wake up and see only your losers are free. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery. Your enemy is your memory. We at.
Oh, what Toys R Us cute.
Yeah.
You gonna adjust the microphone thing?
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. LAX to RDU.
Crazy. Let me see.
Nah, man. Oh,
Let me get things situated.
my man.
You see who was on the road at the time.
My man got the thighs and the calves out on y'all. You know what I mean? He saw that podcast with your man, Jamal Bryant and Cam Newton.
Yo, that was crazy.
He said, you got some nice legs, man.
Yo, I think we'd have ended the show,
Yo.
bro. I think we'd have ended the show off that, son. I ain't no disrespect. It's a wrap.
Let me tell you something. We joke a lot about a lot of things.
Yes, we do.
That's not funny.
That wasn't funny at all, dog. I'd have dead ass be like, yo, bro, we good on the pod today.
He said, you're the reason why you don't skip leg day.
Bro, I ain't even, after he said that,
said
I stopped.
you
I didn't watch no more clips.
What did he say? Moisturize? He said
I
something about.
I stopped.
He said, "What you use? Shea butter?"
I stopped. When he said, yo, you got some nice legs, I was like, yeah, this ain't the clip for me. This ain't the clip for me.
Cam Newton didn't lose a stride. He's
Nope.
like, "Oh yeah, I just
That's called being professional.
I mean, okay, Cam is just different. I'd be offended.
What you gonna do? You doing your show? Do your show.
You watching my legs, my nigga?
Do your show, bro.
Nah, bro, you ain't never come back on my show.
That's what I'm saying. Just do your show. We're gonna finish out.
Nah,
I might have clipped that. I might have wouldn't have clipped that though.
he didn't. He ain't the one that clipped it. I don't think that was on his page. I don't remember where I saw that.
I think that was that guy's show. I think that was his
That's
show.
Jamal Bryant's show, I think.
Yeah, I think that was his show.
Passes with podcasts now. It's wild.
I promoted somewhat.
You promoted what?
I promote them having a podcast.
Oh, you with that?
Huh? Faith Under Construction coming to the Got What You Need Network in June.
They ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying I got a show coming that's a podcast of the show to the network. And it's called Faith Under Construction. And he's a pastor.
That's not the same thing. But okay.
This-
That's not the same thing as Jamal Bryant, man. It's been viral for doing so much trash in the last 2 years.
So you had to say that. You got to preface that. What has he done? I don't follow Duke, so I don't really know
I mean,
nothing
he got
about him.
caught cheating several times, different scams with different women, and then he went public and said he wants his church to have their own dispensary.
Yeah, I saw
People
that.
lost
I
their
did saw
mind.
that. I did see that.
But he was speaking economically.
Which made sense in my book. He said we bringing in
Bruh.
anybody sell weed.
I'm looking at it like
saw
this,
that.
man. A lot of these churches
I didn't know he was a pastor,
a
though.
lot of these churches have a lot of land.
Yep, that's tax free.
You know what I'm saying? So if he wants to use that land to generate revenue, I mean, he ain't selling cocaine. Like,
Nope.
if the weed is legal.
Yep. If it's a state that the weed is legal,
Come on, man. You
have
think
at it.
people in your church ain't taking a pull?
A lot of us.
Some people get it for the cataract. Some people pain relief.
Right.
Some people just
it's
gotta
like what
calm
you like
down.
to say. It's medicinal. It's a medicinal use.
I don't know. I might take my pops outside. Let him take a pull. He might get better.
We've done that with my mother.
The dementia might clear up.
We've done it with my mother.
He might take a
Can't
pull.
front.
He might be like, "Hey,
My brother did it right with mom. He said, "Bro, I had
She
mama
took a pull.
Yeah, mama used to smoke back in the day. So.
oh, your mama gangster though." My pops gonna look at that shit and be like, "Huh? What you got here, boy? I'm gonna have to give him in a gummy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sneak him.
I did that.
I'm gonna give him snacks.
That joke gonna be so high sitting in that corner.
Hey, whatever, man. Shut up, old man. Take these snacks.
Talk about taking a nap.
You had to talk about it.
He asleep like a mother boy.
Hey, man. I'm gonna find me some CBD snacks.
Yeah, man. You go right to the spot, pick it up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna leave them there though. I'm gonna
No,
give him one, take it back with me.
no.
Let's
Give
go.
like 1 or 2 and then leave with that.
Nah, his room gonna be popping. One time I'm gonna come, it's gonna be like 10 old people in this room. Everybody lit.
Everybody. And then he starts singing.
I'm gonna get one of them Snoop Dogg and Dog gummy bears.
Then he starts singing.
Hey man, He still think he got it. He did a good job that
You
day.
did a good job that video you posted, bro.
Yeah, I thought about it. Then I said, I'm going to post this. This joint was lit.
Yeah. Did he have on Long Johns?
Nah, it's
Okay, all right. I was like, damn, Trey, how you post your pops with the Long Johns on?
Nah, they just sweats.
All right, good.
He ain't wearing no long john. He can't wear that in the place. It's just a living facility. That was a violation.
Hey, man, we don't know these days.
You can't walk around with no balls out. Talk crazy, man.
That's a fact.
Old people. Already got some old perverts in there.
Oh, yeah.
Old man in there be rubbing on the women.
Hey, they say the biggest place where a lot of STDs are passed that are in older people facilities.
Bro, you burned my pops at 90 years old. I'm suing somebody. There's no way at 90 years old he got gonorrhea.
Bro, they say it's one of the biggest places, like the living assistant facility. No, I think I sent you a video where an old dude at a living facility
I know about it.
was literally getting head.
There was a
from an
seminar.
older lady.
There was a seminar my parents went to a few years back. My mother was pissed because a dude did a whole presentation about STDs with people over 70. And my mom's was tight.
What's she tight for?
She thought it was stupid. And I told her, I said, do you know what really goes on?
Right.
Nobody want to hear that mess. I said, I mean, you can hide from reality, but so long.
Right. Hepatitis A,
But there's
B.
people that are still active. But I'm saying, a person with dementia sometimes don't know what they're doing. They can mess around and hit something. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Your pops gets gonorrhea at 90 years old at a facility.
They out here burning.
Burning.
Oh,
Damn,
shit. Boy,
damn.
I don't know. Every time I pee, it burns.
Damn Depends full of green pus. How do you explain that one?
You can't.
You be like, look, though, I hear what you're saying. Don't
Them doctors already prepared for that, bro. They'll
Nah,
go ahead
man.
and get them right before you even know.
Don't tell my mama that.
Right.
Too old for this shit. Well, we have to tell the parent why. They ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. Hey, you nasty old man.
Yeah, right.
Don't do that shit, no boy. Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? I'm TALLSHON. TS is who I am.
That is who I am.
And you're now tuned in to the Black Male Podcast, episode 145.
You sure?
I think so.
You can't think so, bro. Come on, cut it
Yeah,
out.
the last one was 144.
Did you sure then?
All right, then.
You got to think about it for a second.
I had to. I'm like, hold up. Now.
I think
Did
so.
I post the wrong number?
No, you posted
Shit
12 hours late.
I did, like a motherfucker.
Matter of fact, 13.
Dog,
about it.
it was already uploaded, and I
was
put
funny
the
to me.
time frame. And then when I went, and the mess up thing when you hit me, I went to adjust it. It fucked up the time frame.
I know. I saw it. No, only reason why I paid attention to it because you usually do the premiere thing.
Yep.
And I was just going to post a link to have it up there because on Facebook sometimes I could post something at midnight.
Right.
People ain't seeing it until 3.
Yeah. Right.
It's just that, whatever. We ain't getting into that because I hate that platform. Fucking trash.
It is. It's the worst.
But that's where I usually do it at.
And the clips been popping too. Like,
No, the clips is clipping.
yeah, clips. Been
But
popping.
I still. All right, let me ask you, what would be your favorite social media platform?
right now.
Because I know we're not gonna have the same answer. Then again, I don't.
Nah, you know what, man? Shockingly, at this particular moment, because I finally started playing with it on the low, TikTok.
Playing with on the low? Yeah, please on the low.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, TikTok. It's between TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is my favorite social media platform to review.
Definitively answered the question, young man.
All right, my favorite, it'll be Instagram then.
Right now?
Right now, it'll be Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I say TikTok. I'm going to tell you what. Engagement with strangers.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot better.
TikTok is the best for that. That's all I care about with the podcast, even with music. I don't care about the people that already know me because you should already know what I'm doing.
Right.
But with TikTok, the most traction on one of the clips is like 20 comments. I don't know none of them people. None of them. And they all were good comments, not like 1 word, 2 words. They all were being engaged. And out of them 20 comments, it led to like maybe 10 more followers. That's just like from one post. That's when we first just started the new way of doing things.
Right.
And with TikTok, the algorithms actually work properly because once you get the engagements, it spreads the reach.
Yep, it does.
Which is supposed to be Instagram. Instagram was like that at one time.
Instagram cap in there.
I still love Instagram. I'm not dissing Instagram, but I'm just saying I'm just more so on TikTok when it comes to promoting something.
Right. Instagram has been capping your they show that Instagram will cap your algorithm reach based on certain things. And they play
Instagram
too much.
play too much, bro.
You could get up to 250, 300 views. And if you notice if you notice your last 5 posts reach that number and it doesn't increase that because you're being capped.
This is why I said I prefer TikTok.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, as of late,
I'm an Instagram person.
As of late, since I've been playing with TikTok, it's actually been. I kind of fuck with how it goes. I'm not gonna deny that.
But I'll say I prefer Instagram.
Me too.
But TikTok is working better, if I could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely prefer Instagram, but TikTok is definitely working better.
I've been posting I post a couple of the podcast joints. Yo, the numbers on them shits have been stupid good. And like you said, even the comments and things of that nature have been very, very, very good. I can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple posts that reached a couple thousand, a couple, low hundreds. I can't deny it's been pretty good. And I can't front even Twitter. I mean Facebook. I'm jumping around. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts have been going up. I told my wife because she really kind of handled posting things to YouTube Shorts. I told her I want to just put a bunch of YouTube Shorts up. So she did a little series that she's been doing. She's been posting. Then I've been posting the Black Male Pod. Then I started reposting the Black Father doc because I'm getting ready to start shooting the second installment of it. And the numbers have been so crazy. Like we literally shot up. We did, in 4 days, 50,000 views on shorts in 4 days. Like,
well, shorts
have been going crazy.
Shorts is like a real roll, because once you start watching one shorts, like some people,
right?
Like some people I know that watch YouTube on their TV, if they watch a short, they might not touch the remote. And it'll go from short to short.
Yep.
And it helped me with a few videos I've had. Somehow, a couple of my videos got mixed in with some West Coast music and got mixed up with some other stuff. Like it's within some West Coast reels.
Right.
So like a lot of people, they'll just start listening to music. The same thing. They just go.
Right.
YouTube is actually dope for that. The algorithms on YouTube is pretty good.
No, they are. Look, see it growing like I'm on.
It should grow. What the fuck? You posting 100 posts, goddamn, it ain't gonna grow.
I ain't playing no games, dog.
It's supposed to grow.
No. I said 50 is 47.
Mr. Analytical over here.
Oh no, dead ass.
Now he likes looking at charts.
I always do, but I'm taking it a little more serious right now. I kind of got a goal. I got something in mind, so I'm taking it a little more serious as I push this. The same thing with my platform with the God What You Need Network. I'm taking things a little bit serious when it comes to the push, and because I'm so against certain things, I had to get out of. I'm getting out of my own way. You remember we just had that discussion in the last podcast about getting out in your own way. That's what I've been doing. I bought this gum. I'm not gonna promote the name of the gum, but I bought this gum.
You already did it.
Huh?
You already did that.
I just did it. Tell them what?
You already promoted the gum.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah. So why not keep it going? You already started.
I don't want to do it on the pod though.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
The reach is a lot larger than my Instagram post.
Yo, Shay, go
the
ahead. The
reach of our platform is a lot larger than
you
my
cooking?
Instagram
I ain't stepping in your kitchen. Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
You cooking?
But I've been chewing that gum, right? It's like a focusing gum. I can't front, bro. Maybe it's a mental thing. This shit is working. I don't know what it was.
I seen that gum. I was like, hell no.
That shit work. I can't front, bro. I cannot.
You know what's in it?
Huh? Yes. Yeah. I read the breakdown. And then my herbalist,
some CBD,
aka my wife. No CBD stuff. But my herbalist, aka my wife, she's read everything in it, and she's like,
what's ashwagandha root?
She's like, all the stuff that's in there is supposed to help you with focusing. And she was like, the shit I've been telling you to use for the longest that we have in the cabinet, Sean. I said, but Erica, they in multiple different pills. She was like, that's true, but if you take them, they're gonna help you. I said, well,
it got some woodwork to it.
Nah, ain't for you.
Ain't no woodwork?
Nah, ain't for your woodwork. Nah, ain't for the woodwork.
Sometimes you want to remember when the woodwork right.
Nah,
hey, get that memory right.
We're going to the gym and doing things the proper way. Woodwork been woodworking.
I'm just saying, sometimes you want the extra advantage in the fourth quarter.
And to a point where the wife be like, all right, carry your ass to sleep.
Nah, women is trash. They always do that. That's
carry your ass to sleep, boy.
Women is one or the other, yo. Either you want to do it at a time where there's no time,
right,
or you want to tell me just too much.
Right.
Make up your mind.
Make up your mind.
If I get in the game, I'm dropping 40. I'm getting a bucket.
I'm going to the board.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't shooting no jumpers. I'm going straight to the cup.
Right to it.
To the hole.
Hey, that too.
I don't know. Ain't no fadeaways.
Nuh-uh.
What?
Shit. I'm dunking the basket.
Well,
That's
it's all
going
about.
down. Speaking of sports, man, what's the issue with the WNBA and rookie players?
Well, it's a question because you got the girl from France that they call the Wimby of the WNBA kind of thing.
Yeah,
and she don't play.
She don't play at all, really.
What are you doing?
WNBA is all fucked up.
It's okay. When I looked into it and I was listening to other people's commentaries or whatever, one thing I did notice, the only thing that saves rookies is a social media presence because they actually don't want to have the backlash of not playing a person that has a social media following. If you're a player that just hoops and you don't really have a brand, it seems like they just overlook the fact that you're there because they're very focused on veteran players in the WNBA, and it's like they're still resistant to change. Not as bad as it used to be, but they're still resistant to change. And it's like, you can't tell me all of these first-round picks are getting cut every year and they didn't play well enough to make a roster. This is continuing.
I thought the WNBA, to be totally honest, I thought the WNBA was going to dissolve at one point. I didn't expect it to still be around like it is.
Oh, no, it was bad.
Like I really
Before
thought
the
that shit
resurgence,
out
it was bad because that's why nobody was watching. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I thought this shit was donezo. Because of the non-marketing, because of the inability to market properly, you trying to get your shit together, you over there struggling.
What's going on, man? I'm losing weight or something. My head
Put
got
the
smoked.
headphones on your damn head, nigga.
All right. We good. Let's go.
But I think the inability of marketing, how they don't market well. They don't market teams. That's like when the Los Angeles, was it Sparks?
Sparks. LA's the Sparks.
Yeah, LA Sparks, when they had they had the squad at one time. They had the squad, they had the players that looked great, that played well, but they did not market that team at all. So then you got Asia Wilson, who's arguably the best WNBA player in a very long time.
I don't think it's
they
an argument.
don't market her at all.
Her sneakers sold out immediately, though.
Yep, and they look good.
Hold
They
up,
not no
man.
bad. Yeah, I'll let you figure that out, man. We're going to pause for a minute.
Bullshit. Let's go over the top. We can go over the top with this.
And we're back.
Now we good.
But with the WNBA, they even back in the day, bro, they had an issue with even back in the day when Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and all they had players.
I think they missed out on a great opportunity.
They
back
didn't
then.
market at all.
They had a
None of
dynasty.
them.
That team had a dynasty. You're
Yup.
talking about Cynthia Cooper,
Yup.
and Cheryl Swoops on the same team.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dog,
Yeah.
but think about it. They had players then that was so influential on sports. They was in commercials. They was in everything. They was helping girls realize they was leading the charge for the W, and they didn't market then. Then when you got Diana Taurasi, you got Sue Bird, you got all these other players. Like UConn was producing nothing but
But you remember,
WNBA
they had
talent,
two,
and they didn't market
but
them
they had
either.
two pro women leagues in the beginning. That's what messed it up.
What was the other pro woman league?
I think it was ABL or something because Dawn Staley played in the other league.
She did. But then she did also play in the W.
But
too.
I'm saying that period of time
But that
was
like
damaging.
The NBA.
No, how?
You remember the early NBA days, the ABA and the NBA, the early NBA days?
And then the NBA was like on tape delay and shit was trash.
And then what did NBA do? They dissolved. They absorbed. They didn't dissolve. They bought out the ABA, absorbed their players. That's what brought Dr. J in because and they brought the All-Star game because the ABA was the one with the All-Star game.
Bruh.
So they absorbed them, brought them. That's all the W had to do. Absorb that. I think that's what they did. Absorb the other team.
The
Brought them
ABA
in.
was like the Negro League. Bro.
But that shit was the best. It was the better league. They had more fans.
As far as basketball players.
Right. But they had, of course, you're going to have the TV networks and these white dudes who have all the money
That's
own
the problem.
the team. Of course, with the ABA, it had white people that own the team, but they didn't have the TV networks. But they knew that shit was affecting their bottom line because they had the All-Star game. They were the first ones to do the dunk contest. They were the first ones with everything. So they was like, you know what? Let's absorb that shit, buy them out because they know they don't have no money. We got all the TV networks. Let's buy them out, bring them in. The W, all they had to do was do the same thing to that other league. Buy them out, bring them in. And then market. They don't market for shit. That's one thing that David Stern does great.
It's a little bit different from. In theory, it's the same thing. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but the ABA had superstars that came over. The women didn't have that. You had George Gervin,
Right.
You had Dr. J. The NBA had nobody that compared
But we
to them.
don't know what the girls
Artist
side had
Gilmore.
because
Yeah, I
they
do
didn't-
because I used to watch the crap back then because I was into the Olympics.
I get it.
And you had great players all over the place. There wasn't really nothing where somebody stood out because nobody was getting marketed as a person. Only reason why I know these people, because that was still an era where people watched the Olympics.
Right.
And I used to watch the Olympics. That's how I knew about Lisa Leslie and Dawn State and all of them. Without the Olympics, I wouldn't have known none of that shit.
All right, then. There we go.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I know. There wasn't really a big superstar name.
You answered what I was saying.
I never said you was wrong.
And they were superstar. Lisa Leslie is a superstar.
She's a superstar player, but she wasn't a superstar image.
Because they did not market. Women didn't get marketed.
I didn't say that was wrong. I said what makes it different is the ABA, Julius Erving and George Gervin were big names.
Because men are marketed. It's more like, okay, a man like, yo, he's jumping out the gym. He's doing all this stuff to market. Like, come on, Dr. J was a fucking legend before he ever stepped on an NBA court, just from street ball.
Well, that's what makes it different. I mean? That's all I'm saying. It's not the same dynamic because of that. Some of that superstar stuff is earned on the court. Nobody was really dominating that other league to that level. They wasn't dominating that league at that level. And even if they was, they still probably wouldn't have got pushed either way. But women are never going to get marketed the same way men are. I don't care what sport it is.
I agree.
I mean, I don't even think women tennis gets marketed as much as men tennis.
And it's been better for a very long time.
Yeah, so
same thing with soccer.
You got to find a way to counterattack that. If this is your league,
right?
As the president of the league or whatever, that's your job.
Right.
Figure it out.
I totally agree.
Just like with sports teams, you got your cap, you got your aprons, you got your salary caps, and you got all these different bargaining agreements. That is your job to fix that.
Right. Think about this. That other league that kicked up recently that. They had their game. What was the name of that league? That just for the women's league, where they had all those players playing and stuff like that.
You talking about the Unrivaled?
Unrivaled.
I was quite entertained.
See, they marketed pretty well. I think they overstepped their marketing boundaries by trying to hit major networks, but they hit some networks. Even their contracts were player friendly. Where the young lady that can't play right now, the W is not going to pay her contract, but because unrivaled, their contract is player friendly to a point where it's like, if you're not able to play in the W because of the insurance we have on you, you're still going to get your contract. You're still going to get paid. So she's still going to be able to play because she got injured in Unrivaled.
Well, they have a long range plan.
They do.
I'm not saying the WNBA doesn't.
I don't think they do.
I don't have a clue if
they do.
But Unrivaled has a long-range plan. First of all, they want to keep these women from going overseas.
Yep.
And they got some star players playing.
Yes, they do.
Now, it does kind of expose players' weaknesses playing 3-on-3 full court like that, but you're a hooper. You're a hooper.
You got to hoop.
You got to hoop. And I liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
Bro, think about it, bro.
It was different.
If the young ladies don't have to go overseas and granted, they making way more money going overseas. You go over here in the W, make $20,000 on a contract. You go overseas and you make $500,000. If they can, if the Unrivaled or whatever can market them, they to me used social media the best, and that's something that me and you've been talking about for a multitude of podcasts. That the W need to utilize social media, and I think they utilize social media the best. And they utilize YouTube. I watched a lot of the games on YouTube.
Well, in today's climate, I don't care what product you have, you're gonna have to use social media.
Got to.
I mean, the old guy in the room status of looking at social media like it's the devil, you're gonna fail. I don't care what business you have.
That's a fact.
I don't care what genre it is. Fact. I don't care what you're marketing. You got to use social media.
Take it from me. I'm the old guy in the room that was against it a little bit.
If nothing else, pay somebody else to do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you don't want to be the one doing the post and stuff.
Yep.
Because it can burn out. In the beginning, when you find a new style of posting, a new kind of product, it's fun. Yeah. Oh, man. After a while, you wake up in the morning, looking at your phone. You got in your mind, I'm going to make 3 posts today, right? And you got in your mind, you're going to do it. You be like, because I've done it. You be like, nah, I ain't posting nothing this weekend. I just don't feel like it.
Yep.
Because sometimes you start posting, then you feel yourself like, man, this shit boring.
Bro, I'm about to pay for a platform to do my posting, bro. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm
gonna
schedule them and let them rock.
Yo, a lot of places do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't have to worry about getting it done on time.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
But
or people get college students and be like, yo, you trying to get into this digital marketing or whatever, this is, work your thing.
Yeah, do your thing, my boy. But that's the problem, bro. I think if the W gotta they complain about money too much to not do the bare minimum. I hear too much complaint about women need to get paid like the men. I'm sorry, y'all don't. There's no way, no fucking how.
Did anybody
that's
say
happen.
that besides Angel Reese publicly?
Yes, there's quite a few of them that said that.
No, I'm asking. I didn't hear nobody. I heard
They've
Angel
been saying
Reese
that for years.
That has nothing to do with right now. I'm saying Angel Reese publicly said it and the internet ran with it. I'm just saying that anybody else of value say it. When you have a platform, when you say it, it's different from Benchwarmer Shirley saying it. When
Right.
Angel Reese said it, it just blew up all over the place.
I didn't see it blow up, but I mean it's cool.
That shit is everywhere. They took the clip from all over the place. And then when she did the interview with Blueface girl, Blueface said to her, "You do the same thing as LeBron James." And Angel Reese was uncomfortable.
Yeah, she was.
She did not co-sign that.
Not at all.
And I've never seen her so
Not at
uncomfortable
all.
ever.
Because she's like, you don't.
She did not want to agree with that one. She was like,
She
did right.
Yes. No, she did perfectly right because you're nowhere near that.
I would have been like, yo, edit that out. She said, you do the same thing as LeBron does. No, come on, don't do that.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. They gotta figure out a way, man. They complain too much about money.
How could you get paid when men get paid and you don't even sell out arenas?
You don't. No arenas sold out.
You know what I'm saying?
But that gotta come with marketing, though.
Even with marketing,
They gotta
selling
come
out
with
arenas might even take time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can market the best. That doesn't mean that people are gonna be accepting of it to that level.
If you market the players and you generate an interest, that's it. Anything that you do, you generate an interest, people will come. Yes, everything takes time, but they don't do that. They don't. Dog. I think North Carolina,
viewership is the best it's ever been.
North Carolina would do well if we had a WNBA team out here.
But they're talking about expansion, but that takes time as well. But viewership is up.
Yeah, viewership, yes.
For viewership to be up to where the common person notices is up,
Right.
that might take a couple more seasons.
It's going to take some time.
So, I mean, maybe it's on an upswing.
We hope so.
I mean, we're speaking on from
they
what it
don't-
looks like now.
They don't need to be complaining about no bread until
Well,
y'all increase y'all
well,
upswing.
this is the downfall of social media. Everybody has a platform to open their mouth and say something.
Right.
Everybody should sign a paper that says, don't talk nothing about money or contracts publicly for the next 5 years. I'm just throwing a number out there. We try, and I know that's impossible. You can't tell people what to say. We trying to build something.
NDAs
and
every day.
Every time you open your mouth and say that shit, you setting us 2 steps back.
Right.
Because it's unrealistic. I'm like, you playing to an empty arena and you complaining about salaries. Like, I mean, come on, man.
I think anything they need to make sure the players are comfortable during travel.
They've improved that.
They
They've
got to be
improved all that.
comfortable for during travel. I think so.
They've improved that. Took
think-
too long,
Right.
but they've improved that.
I think anything like that improve upon. You know, but the rest of that shit.
I
y'all
mean,
just gotta
everything, man.
wait.
The locker room, training facilities, all of that
Right.
stuff should be, but
I think Vegas right now got the best training facilities.
and they consistently win,
Yep, they do.
and they will get rid of you.
Yes, they will.
They sent Kelsey Plum packing, and another one of the starters packing.
Yep.
But,
Nah,
you know,
but they got some of the
business
best.
decisions.
They got some of the best facilities. And then you got other teams like Atlanta, but the male version of Atlanta is trash. Their whole situation is trash. So, and the same person own them both.
I thought
So
they
all
were
of
going to
them
trade Trae Young though. Not because he did something to get traded, but if you rebuilding, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times people don't want to keep a star player just to lose. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes you can take a star player and get you multiple pieces. I thought they were going to do that because they got some young talent there.
Right.
But
But if you want to keep people coming to the games, even though y'all trash,
but they're not coming to the games anyway. So you're not losing ticket sales. I mean, you might lose a little, but man, you can get good seats to Atlanta Hawk game for the price of a Charlotte Hornet ticket, man. I mean, that's a road trip.
Yeah.
We get floor seats for $150.
My man,
I ain't talking about $1,000.
my man Eric got season tickets. He done had season ticket for the past 3 years.
Season tickets, but what? $200?
It ain't much. It ain't a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I might take a
It
road
is a
trip
lot.
to see the Knicks play them. Them tickets cheap because I got a cousin live out there.
I got quite a few people that live in Atlanta.
Cousin was like, I got us, man. Cousin, go buy both tickets. That's how cheap it is. You know niggas ain't buying no tickets for no game.
Get
I did
box
it for
seats.
my brother one time.
You
I
get
ain't
box seats out that bit.
Yeah, VIP treatment. Out there right behind the bench.
Hey, I'm down. Like you said, that's just a road trip. That's up the street. There ain't no coming back the same day now.
No, not Atlanta. Not Atlanta.
I ain't driving no 6 hours and coming back.
Not Atlanta. Nah.
Shit.
The closest I would do, if it's a day game, I would leave Atlanta and stay a night in Charlotte. If it was something in
I'm
Charlotte
with
I
that.
wanted to do.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with that.
Yeah, leave Atlanta, stay a night in
Because
Charlotte.
that's the funny part about it. That's only what? 3 hours.
No, you just break the ride.
Break the ride up. Yeah.
Then Charlotte got some stuff to do anyway.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't nowhere we going on regular. We definitely find some stuff to do in Charlotte.
Yep. I'm definitely down. I was telling somebody about that shit that we were talking about doing that. But let's get out of sports because shout out to SGA. He's the NBA MVP. I like that.
Yeah, you just
like
lost
that a
by
lot.
50. You picked a good day to shout him out. Cool.
Still, they just announced, man. They just announced.
They announced it last week.
Hey, man, we already recorded our pod by that time.
Okay, shout him out.
So,
Go ahead.
Shout him out. You know what I mean? Hey.
Mad people won awards. You just go shout out one person.
I don't care about the rest of them niggas.
Yo, Jalen Brunson Clutch Player of the Year award.
And y'all down 0-2. So
0-2?
let's talk about it.
We didn't lose by 50.
It don't matter. Y'all
Yeah,
still down 0-2. Shit. Y'all about to be down 0-3.
What?
Fuck around.
We was up 2-0 last year and lost the series. So what does that mean?
Huh?
Being down 0-2 don't mean nothing.
Yeah, man.
7-game series. A lot of basketball to play, man.
This shit is a wrap.
See, you just on some hate shit.
This is a dub.
I expect that from him. Call Anthony Towns need to get a foot reduction.
That nigga, bro.
His feet too big.
Why gotta get a foot reduction?
His feet too big. He can't even move, man. That dude his lateral movement is horrendous, man. Playoff basketball is different, bro. They pick and roll on that Bigfoot nigga to death, man.
Well, he gotta play.
You know what I'm saying? I still rather have him than Julius Randle, but it's just a different problem.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
Once again, shout out to SGA.
There's no perfect player.
I love the fact I love what you did for your team too
They
by
say he the flop master.
getting all your guys Rolexes.
Man,
and
you
stuff
buying a
like that. I thought that was
multi-millionaire
fire.
Rolex. That's ass.
Everybody ain't millionaires on that team.
Yes, it is. You a million in the NBA. You a millionaire now with the minimum payment. They not all multi-mega millionaires, no, but they all paid now.
Man, based on how that tax structure is, yes, on paper I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
But on the money I got in my account says I'm living check
Man,
to check.
everybody get. You got
So-
niggas making $40 million a year. And you buying them? Come on, Rolex.
I love
man.
that shit. That's
like
fire.
me giving you a pack of socks.
All them guys ain't making $1 million, bro.
It's like me giving you a pack of socks. The lowest paid dude is probably making $2 million a year.
After taxes, that shit is 500,000.
I can't believe this guy's doing this.
I'm just saying.
You making $2 million a year, you can't buy a Rolex.
Why is it a problem that your teammate buy? If Jalen Brunson did it, you'd be like, man, Jalen Brunson is the best point guard in the he's the best.
Nah, not
he
over
got
no
all
Rolexes.
his team Rolexes and stuff,
Nah,
man.
that doesn't make any sense. I am not saying that.
Yo, you're a hypocrite sometimes.
No, I'm
bro,
not.
man.
I am not giving you props because you buying everybody Rolexes.
I love the camaraderie. I love what he did for his team.
All right,
bro.
I'm gonna give him a pack of socks.
I love that.
That's
shit.
how we gonna balance it out.
I love it, man.
Give you a pack of
Get
socks,
that man
man.
some love, man.
I like SCA.
Somebody broke down the last 5-6 NBA MVPs have been foreign players.
They have. I mean, it's what it is. What you gonna do about it?
Nothing. Not a damn thing. That's crazy, though. I didn't realize there was that many of them. That was the foreign players that were MVPs. But hey,
Yeah, I mean, what's what it is, man.
the NBA they wanted to go international.
Well,
And American players aren't catching up to how to play basketball properly.
It was good for the league. It's all about who. Man.
You know what I mean?
Nobody was given nothing. They earned it. So.
Nah, they definitely earned that shit. They definitely earned that
You know
shit.
what I mean?
Shit. Joker won twice, 2 in a row,
Yeah.
back to back. Giannis won 1. Luka won 1.
I don't think Joker will win whatever again, though.
Nah, me neither.
He had a good run.
Yeah. Who else won 1? Giannis.
Luka. That's it. You said 5 years.
Yeah.
You just said 5 years.
Yep. Because what's the name? Won 2 back to back.
Luka not winning one in L.A.
Luka. Yeah.
He ain't get no MVP in L.A.
You don't think so?
Nah, LeBron coming back another year.
So he not gonna get MVP because
Not with
LeBron
LeBron
come
team.
back?
No, LeBron team not getting no MVP.
Why not?
That's just
I
my
like to get
opinion.
the reason.
He's not gonna get an MVP because LeBron is ball dominant as well. For Luka to get an MVP,
He's been off the ball the whole time. Luka's
he
been there.
still has to get the ball. You are not going to be playing and not giving LeBron the ball.
So he
when
shouldn't
Luka
get the
got
ball?
MVP, Luka was ball dominant to the highest level. His usage rate was crazy
And
high.
when he got the MVP, they did what?
Did what?
They did absolutely nothing.
Who said they was going to win? I just said he's not getting MVP with LeBron on the court.
I think you're wrong, man.
He's not going to get MVP on no contender. You want to think I'm wrong just for the fact of on a contender, he's not going to get MVP because he's not going to get those crazy gaudy numbers. He's going to be more of a team player. He's not going to get them gaudy numbers. SGA numbers are enormous because on offense, he shoots, then everybody else get the rest. And they winning.
They definitely winning.
And he killing.
He definitely balling. Definitely. But speaking of them losing like they did, I like what Timberwolves did coaching-wise. Yo, play some of them other players, man. We got to get something else going. And that young boy that got in there, he went to cooking. He's like, fuck this shit, yo. I don't know if I'm going to get another opportunity. Every time he got the ball, he was taking that shit up.
So you give
and he was going to the basket for that. I mean, I give it the coach because most coaches don't do that. We know your coach ain't putting in nobody on the bench.
Why are we talking about the Knicks?
I'm just saying. Like, yo, for you to look at a young player and be like, you know what, man? We down 0-2.
I'm just saying.
Yo, my nigga, go ahead, bro. Go do what you do.
Hold up, though. This is what we ain't going to do, though, right here. Let me finish what I'm saying. Pick up my phone. We ain't say nothing about the Knicks. You want to switch it to be about the – No, I didn't. You were talking about the Timberwolves.
Right.
And I just asked you, do you think that's why they win or won? And you flipped it to be the Knicks.
No, you said you think it's coaching.
No, I didn't say anything about the coach. I didn't get to that yet. I probably would have said that. But you said about the coach playing all the people, and I said, do you think that was the difference? And then you said,
yes.
Your coach won't do it. He don't do it. He don't do it.
He don't. That nigga don't.
Nobody said anything. And when I say nobody, it's nobody in this room but me and you.
That's a fact.
Nobody said anything about Tom Thibodeau. You just had to take that one shot.
Go ahead and get it in there.
That's bullshit. Because if the Knicks was up 2-0, you wouldn't have said that.
But y'all ain't. So pick up your phone, sir.
Hold up, man.
You might have to extend. It's right there. Don't break my chair, nigga. So, if you fall out, I'm clipping that. I'll let you know right now. That bitch gonna get clipped, dog. You might as well do. We was gonna turn out that, bro. That was gonna go trend. That was trending. We was gonna trend, bro. We was going viral just now. So.
I am not going viral for a chair.
We was about to go viral just now.
And you know what's ugly? When you go through the portal and the clips flip out, I'll bet you that be on there.
Oh, yeah. It sure would.
That half a flip, I'm going to use it too.
Dog, that shit would have been money in the bank.
Nah. See, that's how foul you are. You weren't even going to check and see if I was okay. I could have got injured, man.
I'd have made sure you was fine.
I could have just pulled a muscle, man. You ain't say, yo, son, you good? See?
Nigga, you barely tipped. You barely tipped. If you pull a muscle from that, you doing something wrong in the gym.
That's nothing to do with something wrong. I could have had to pull a muscle when I first got here.
That's true.
See?
True.
You want to make accusations. I don't do anything wrong in the gym. I do everything right in the gym. Some of y'all need to holler at me because some of y'all been in the gym for a while. And y'all look the same.
It's quite a few niggas that look the same.
And stop making them videos looking crazy.
Let's get into it, man. Crazy. So let's go off sports. All right, what's the definition of wifey material? Yo, why?
I'm asking because of social media because y'all ain't got no clue, bro.
Wifey material?
They look at somebody that's sexy or lustful. Wifey material.
I mean, it's the same thing as women looking at
wifey material.
Cassie's husband and saying all men should be like that.
All men should be like what?
What he's doing right now.
Watch your wife get piped down on FaceTime? Yeah, right. I bet you I would.
All of us should be.
What?
We should be more supportive.
Oh, what's the word they using?
How
Freak
supportive
off?
he is. How supportive he's being right now.
Look at your wife getting piped down by what's his name, Punisher, on FaceTime, and then marrying her a year later. That's what we doing.
That's what they all saying, bro.
Okay, public service announcement. I'm not that kind of guy.
Not that kind of guy at all.
God ain't finished with me yet.
Nah, he done. He He just knew what he was doing.
I'm done
because I'm not that guy. I ain't that supportive. I don't know what they see. I think it's all. First of all, the question is semantic-y than a motherfucker. I think it's just based on whatever your needs are, what you're looking for out of a mate. You know what I'm saying?
But when people say wifey
material, you may not think it's wifey material.
No, that's all fine. But when a person says wifey material, they're not thinking about a mate. That's my point of the discussion. When people are selecting a mate, it's very rare. I can't say it's rare. Mm-hmm. It's too often, I'll say, because I hate doing the percentages thing. There's always somebody who say, well. No, it's not. It's not a point of argument. It's just too often people just in general talking, just like when people be like, oh, I ain't pulling out.
Right.
Some people say it to joke.
Right.
Some people mean that shit. Like, definitely mean that. They're willing to make a woman pregnant because she's attractive.
Oh, okay.
So now you got a baby out here with a woman that's attractive, and you're mad because she's taking you to the bank for child support.
Right.
You never knew that woman or nothing. She just happened to give you some,
Right.
and you might have paid for it that night.
A lot of times,
tricking is a popular thing.
Yeah.
But you thought you were doing something because she let you go raw. Now she's pregnant. You know, now you got the NBA special. Now you're getting 20 grand a month, and you did it just because she was attractive. Because she was wifey material, visually. You don't know nothing about
And
her.
you're right. I think a lot of people are looking at wifey material as a visual aspect of things. And
That's juvenile.
that should be the last. That should be. Yes. Should it be a part of it? Yes. Because you want something that you're at least attracted to.
I would hope so.
And things of that nature. But you got to look at all the other intangibles, man. What does this person have going on for themselves?
But I think we make the assumption, when I say we, I'm just saying us and talking, we make the assumption that people think the same way we think.
Right.
You know what I mean? Within these conversations.
Right.
Because it's easy to say, man, ain't nobody thinking like that. But yeah, they do.
There's a lot of things.
We just don't hang around them people.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't take women off the hook. Women are the same way. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for things that really have no value. And then when you have a child with this guy, you're mad because he's not a father or trying to be a father or he's not a good companion. But nothing about him showed that.
Right.
You were attracted to all of the things that just satisfied a lustful moment or a fantasy moment.
Right.
Or whatever moment that had no value.
Right.
Whatever you got going on. Everybody's desires are different. But I said, because I can remember just being with guys, man, especially when I lived in Maryland, because I wasn't always living right. Oh, my God. Oh, that's wifey material right there. Or I put a baby
the
in
sad
her.
part is, man, when like you were saying earlier, when people think of wifey material is something superficial. Oh man, the way she talking, the way she shaking that ass. Oh, that's wifey material. I need that in my life. Or the way shorty y'all did an intimate act. Yo, the way she topped me off. Oh my God, this is wifey material.
Another example.
You know what I'm saying?
Sexual gratification. Now you want to marry because of that?
Right. And there's nothing. One of those things you say all the time. There's nothing of any substance.
Well, say, look,
no substance.
Best sex you ever had in your life.
Right.
You married a woman.
Right.
Do you expect that to maintain for the next 20 years?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people, they're not thinking that deeply. And some people will be like, oh, ain't nobody thinking about all that. But you kind of need to, because you're going to get older. You know, even at our age, you're going to get older. A lot of those things, aren't prevalent anymore, but some other things need to heighten.
Right.
You have to consider those kind of things.
You will hope you do.
Yeah, but who wants to keep getting married and getting divorced?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people out there doing
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you
time.
might as well just maintain a relationship till it fizzles out. And then if it fizzles out, okay, boom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people say, oh, well, might as well get married. Been together for some odd years. Might as well. I'm married. I'm marrying that. I can't lose this. She got that good.
Nah.
She got that Aquafina.
Yo,
I'm gonna put a baby in her.
As a man on this pod that's married, I did not. Me and my wife, we did not get together on superficial. Didn't get married on superficial things, man. But that's one, because we both been married before, so we knew what we wanted.
Some people still
out of the next relationship. You know what I mean? We knew what we was trying to be and what I don't to be honest, bro. People do what you want to do, man. If that's what y'all want to do, if you want to jump in and out of relationships, that's cool. The problem is this: these motherfuckers do it and then be complaining online.
No, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Person
don't complain about it.
You're right. Don't. It is what it is.
Hey,
you chose that shit.
Hey, bro, I can't swim. If I jump in that water
and you start drowning,
I can't get mad at the water. Well, I'm gonna fight the water. Oh, punk ass water. That's my problem. It's like everybody complains.
Right.
You chose that person.
That's
and
true.
you don't have one kid with him. You got 3.
You got multiple. And then motherfuckers want to leave, or everybody complaining.
No, and then the next man has to deal with hearing you complain.
I'm gonna say this, and I know this might sound bad, yo. I saw this conversation go around on social media. There's no benefit to being a step parent. There's no benefit at all. If you do it, so be it. You do it. That's truly on you, and that's because that's your decision. But there's no fucking benefit at all to being one, because you spend mad time in teaching someone else's child how to do certain things, and then when this person, when you and this person are no longer together, that child is gone, and you done invested a lot of emotional and mental time within that person to help them grow.
But what if the relationship lasts though?
That's good.
That can be a mental and spiritual uplifting moment,
Right?
depending on the child.
Depending on the child.
Some children are draining.
Right? They're very. I mean, your own children could be draining too.
No, your own children are going to be draining.
But
they're definitely going to be draining because you got them for the whole time.
There's no real benefit, man. So if you're going to do it, make sure you know you're doing it for the reasons for the reasons that you believe is right, and you go forth with doing whatever you do. Just know when the shit hits the fan and shit don't work out, they're gonna utilize that child as a bargain, as a reason why. Oh no, that's not your child. That's the first thing they're gonna say.
I can't say
this
you
whole
wrong.
child has been in your life,
Yeah.
and the first thing they tell you is it ain't your child anyway. So what?
Yeah, I can't
So
say
what
you wrong.
would you do?
I definitely can't say you wrong. And people are going to hear what you say
I don't care.
and not understand it. I mean,
Yeah, but
I'm not getting into this root cause analysis thing with you right now. Cut it
Okay.
out. We're not
All
doing
right.
that this time.
All right.
Did the last podcast. You got to do it at least every 3.
Every 3. All right. Cool.
I can't hit them with that every time.
All right, I'm with you.
This ain't the root cause analysis show. I hate this guy, man. I don't care. Fuck him.
Hey,
But
man.
I'm saying they're gonna hear what you're saying and they're gonna make a generalization.
Right.
Right? Now, what he's saying is accurate because I believe this. I don't know the stats. More often than not, when you play a step-parent role, the shit don't work. Because I know many people that help pay for private school and all kind of shit, and then the woman just go. And people got to start from scratch because they done help pay mortgages and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
But in a relationship, that's what it is. And some people could say you got to learn more about your partner. There's no guarantees.
There's
in any
no
relationship.
guarantees.
There's none at all. But I will say, some children can be uplifting, they can be inspiring,
Yes.
and they can just be dope.
Yes, that's a
Dope
fact.
part of the relationship.
That's a fact.
In totality.
Yes.
But I'm speaking a small percentage. You know what I mean? Because in my life, I haven't met a lot of women with children that I know I could probably spend the rest of my life with and be fine.
Right.
As that role. One time.
One time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That by years.
Right.
And that child is amazing.
Right.
To this day. Like, just beautiful child. Like,
Right.
and you want to always give, the parents raised them well. Some children are just born great.
Right.
But how many are there? Most people, when you mess with them and they got kids, the kids are bad as hell.
That's a fact.
They looking at you like, man, who this nigga? And it's like, part of you is like, okay, I need to get in tune with the child.
Right. Bring some
And part of
substance of value
Part
to
of you,
the.
part of you like, man, fuck that
Fuck that little nigga, man. Hey, man.
Shit,
I'm
nigga.
here for your mama,
Don't
dog.
Don't drink my juice even, nigga.
Here for your mama,
You know
your
what I'm
mama
talking
only.
about?
I ain't putting nothing in you.
Nigga, like, you ate my snacks.
I ain't providing no information, bro.
Fuck
I
your
ain't-
snacks.
You won't download none of this game.
Nah.
Yeah.
Fuck basketball. You suck anyway. I ain't taking you to practice.
Put their time and shit.
Yeah, but yeah. I
Where your
get it,
daddy at, dog? Yo,
That's not
where his daddy at?
though. That ain't fair, though. You ain't my daddy. You don't know your damn daddy.
Puss ass little nigga.
These are just jokes now.
Yeah, these
Don't
are
hit us
jokes,
with no
man.
bullshit.
He's a joke. And if you do, so what?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. What is it? Engagements? Get the engagements.
It's whatever.
Traction.
Yeah.
Damn, that's foul.
Yo, does living together before marriage is effective?
We talked
To you
about it
then.
before, but I'll answer it because you answered it last time.
Okay.
I think it depends on the couple.
Right.
I don't think you can make that generalization. Like, my mother likes to speak against it, but my mother's 89 years old. So, life was different back then. People actually got married and tried to stick it out and fight through it, sometimes too long.
Right.
But our generation, as soon as something go wrong, niggas out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't make it past the living together phase. For some people, it actually works. But I think, and you did it, I mean, I did it too, though.
Right.
But I think the only way it really, really works is if you live together with a long-range plan and you living
Right.
together with a goal. You know what I'm saying? If you're
Right.
living together like roommates,
Then
No, it doesn't work.
Then it never works.
but if you're living together trying to do things as a family
Right.
and building,
Right.
I think it does help.
Yes.
I think it does help because if a person can't build with you in the infantry stages, then you already know we can't go to another level.
Yep.
Now, if they do build with you, it doesn't guarantee this is going to work, but at least it gives you a positive foundation of the possibilities.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you should have a child before you get married, but if you do, and y'all can co-parent, living with each other and all that, and have a nice structure, at least that gives you something to feel
right.
good about. But if you sitting here not married, living together with a kid, and everything is chaos, I mean, that's not motivational to even move further, even living together, let alone getting married. Like, people will tell you, like, some women will put pressure on you. We live together and we got this kid, and why we ain't married? I'm like, first of all, at this point in 2025, and I was talking to my mother about this, my mother's even at a point saying this, like, why is everybody jumping to get married so fast? Because a lot of times when people get married, their reasons, and I think we talked about this so many times over the years, don't make sense.
It don't. It don't.
We might as well.
There's
You know what I'm saying?
No
And people still say that.
Thoughts are.
We might as well. I mean, where we going? We've been together all these years. I ain't going nowhere. You're just staying there because you're comfortable.
Yep.
But you got
and then y'all end up going somewhere.
But you got 2 girlfriends on the side. You hate coming home from work. Like, that's not really sustainable.
Sitting in the car mad long.
I live by myself when I sit in the car, bro.
Yeah, me too. I sit in the car as well.
If somebody told me that was weird. I'm like, yo, bro, when I get off from work, so I sit in the car. Ain't nobody in the house. Just sit in the car.
Just for a second, man.
Yeah, sometimes I got to analyze shit. Sometimes I got to reevaluate life.
Yep. Sometimes if I sit in the car, I just like to take a moment to get whatever that's happened out the way before I go into my home and take that energy with me.
Yeah. I cut the music off and everything. I'll sit there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just vibe.
Dumb quiet.
Yeah,
Real
dumb quiet
quick.
for a second. Boom. You know, because I get home, it's like 7 in the morning, hear the birds chirp a little bit, and I go in the house.
Yep.
Now, if I was living with someone, you know, those 10 minutes might be 15. Might be 25.
That won't be that long. Goddamn.
Depends. Some days. You know what I mean? I ain't took the trash out yesterday. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't care what time it is. This is another topic, though. Not really a topic. I'm just being stupid right now. I don't care what time it is. If a woman is mad at you, she is awake when you get home.
Yeah.
And you think you coming home? Oh, yeah, she going to be the bed.
And you walk in the house and then they want to speak.
Here she go.
Looking at you like, God damn it, go to bed, dog.
Word,
I don't
like,
feel like that shit
but
right now.
when you coming home or get a little something, she sleep. But now you awake because you mad.
Right.
Yo, I don't like you.
I need you to be awake when I'm
nah,
happy too, ma'am.
I don't like you, ma'am.
Stupid as hell.
This
man.
ain't working out for me.
Yo, speaking of older people, man, should the saying and concept of respect your elders be questioned?
Well, I say yes, and this is why I say it.
I want to know why.
Because a lot of elderly people, when I say elderly, we're considered elders to a lot of people.
Right.
You just expect to be respected just because you've been living here forever.
Right.
But the respect you demand doesn't give you the right to disrespect. My problem with people our age, more so, is the disrespect that's given to younger generations while you demand respect in the same sense. That's not how it is. Like, when we grew up with the respect your elders thing, elders were part of a community that tried to uplift us and tried to give us bars more often than not.
Right.
Now that part is missing for various reasons. Just all of us live all over the place. We don't really have communities no more. We talk about the kids being outside playing.
Nah.
You don't really know your neighbors and their family. So it's a lot of other variables. So now it's more pressure on parents. But the whole respect your elders thing, a good percentage of people, I say, that complain about that are the people that ain't doing shit.
Ain't doing the damn.
You want somebody to respect you because you old, nigga.
Right.
Whether it's hip hop, whether it's sports, whether it's everyday life, you hear it all the time.
Right.
You know, some old ass rappers want young rappers to respect them. Man, nigga, they might not know you.
Right.
But you're coming at them looking mad. You know, even I say within the church world, and I say that because my father was a pastor for 30 years, a lot of the older members always look down on younger members. They won't admit to it, but I've been there and on the front lines and seen it.
Right.
They looking at you for guidance, and regardless of what it may appear to be, but I believe more often than not, young people do want to hear what we have to say, but they don't want us talking at them and just talking at them aggressively all the time.
Right.
You know yourself, we're coaching the kids. When you a man that stand on business, and even, I forgot my man named Wilson, the Kung Fu instructor, the way he talks to the kids, where he demands respect, but he talks to them calmly and matter-of-factly, and he tries to get into the root cause of the issues, and he really talks to them kids, and he's very inspiring, more so than you just talking at these kids and always focusing on what they're doing wrong. That's my problem with the respect your elders thing. The respect your elders also puts us in a position where we should be able to demand respect and carry ourselves in a way where we earn that. So with the words and the bars that we giving them and the guidance we giving them is taken in. More so than you just talking at them and pointing everything they doing wrong.
Right.
Can you give them something right?
Right. I get you. I get you there. I probably see things in the latter. I think all anybody of age, elder wise, and I don't consider myself an elder, but I'm an elder to younger generation. I feel like I'm right in that middle piece, but I think you should respect them at all times.
Let me stop you for 2 seconds. And this is what I knew would happen with people that would hear that. That's not saying you disrespect your elders at all.
Right.
What I'm saying is, as an elder, you have a responsibility as well.
Okay. Now you get into
That's
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
going to say.
Now
right.
you go ahead.
Right. That's what I was going to say right there. I think yes, all elders should be respected until they not respecting you, until you feel like now you're being disrespected. Then your tone and your tonality and things should change. I think older generation. I pride myself on not being the older guy that's a hater on what the young people are doing because we used to have. No, I'm not. I'm not a hater.
You're a hater.
I love what a lot of the young generation does.
So you're a hater when you're joking.
I'm a troll.
No, you are a troll.
That's two different things.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll troll.
Okay, you're a troll.
But
Troll master.
that's one thing I try to pride myself on being that guy that don't hate. Like even music, we've both been in music. We're both in music. We both still dabble around in music. But I respect what the younger generation. If it don't fit what I like, I just don't listen. I'll never shit on it. I just don't listen. It's never a part of my wheelhouse.
Sounds
Same
corny.
thing with sports.
It sounds corny.
Right.
When you start
Same thing with sports. We can remember a time where the elder generation, our elders, would, man, the music, I don't like this music today. And it's the music we're starting to grow up on and that we love. It ain't the same. I don't feel no substance. And then you find yourself fall into that same trap doing that. And then you realize, no, it's just different, man.
Well, young people need to know all music was not of substance.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I grew up doing the Pee Wee Herman, my nigga.
Me too.
Come on, bro.
Me too.
Rob Bass, It Takes
Bro.
Two. Ain't no substance, man.
I love what Little Sean did recently, and I didn't know he was doing that. When him and I started rapping, Today Was a Good Day, and he rapped along with me.
That's a classic record, though.
Right.
Classic record.
Where has he heard it? There's no place out here right now where you're gonna hear that record. He's only 14 years old. There's no place you're gonna hear that record. I can't think of nothing where you were actually gonna hear that song. And I asked him, I said, bro, what? It's not on no TV shows. It's not on any movies that I know he watched. I asked him, I said, bro, where do you hear that song? He said, Dad, I realized Ice Cube was a rapper from you playing one of his records, and I wanted to hear more, so I took my time and went to pull up some of his. He didn't even realize Ice Cube was once a rapper.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? And he was like, so I pulled up his records, and he was like, yo, this is one of my favorite songs. I said, nigga, that was one of my favorite songs coming up too. He was like, I got a playlist that's like all he's like late 90s, early 2000s. He created his own playlist that says, it literally says late 90s, early 2000s, and he just put a bunch of songs that he liked to listen to. And I was like, yo, bro. He was like, well, you play a lot of the records. I like a lot of the music you play. So I was like, let me go and check and see what Dad listening to. And I was like, all right, that's what's up. But I appreciate him taking that time to go research and then try and then put me on to what he listened to today. Some records I ain't a fan of, but some of the records he'll give me, I've played on my radio show.
But that shows in definition the balance of music.
Right.
Like I always say, my son introduced me to Schoolboy Q years ago, and he also introduced me to Don P.
I like both of them.
And I do, very, very much so.
Too.
But what I'm saying is, these are songs that can be followed.
Yes.
Because there's a storyline.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's still a place for that. There will always be a place for that.
Right.
Now, some of the stuff they like with the auto-tune and all of this trickery and stuff, I mean, that's just their era.
Yeah.
They're going to like some of that. And a lot of that is because of the beat and the rhythm. They don't really care what's being said. You know, we came up in an era where it was more lyrics. And there were some songs with foolish lyrics that hit too. Yeah. It's just not as much of a balance now. But that's why it's good for them to hear other stuff. Because there's stuff we listen to that's before our time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But music is universal, man. That's why I hate when we try to discredit any era.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because there's good in every era, there's bad in every era. Certain things we're not going to understand. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy to call something garbage.
Right.
It might be garbage to us. You know, some of the content is limited.
If you and I talking about music and there's certain records or certain artists, and we say, "Yo, that's garbage," I ain't a fan of that. That's different to us telling the young generation or sitting on our platform where we do
behind the scenes.
we actually have a 18 to 35 viewership. You know what I'm saying? 28% viewership.
Come on, bro.
And we talking to these young fellas and be like, yo, that shit that you listen to is trash. That we gonna lose.
Listen.
We're gonna lose a lot that way.
You can call a woman trash.
Yeah.
2 months later, she's your lady. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think
nothing.
that's always been the biggest disconnect with older generation. It goes back to what you were saying earlier. They feel like they can just say whatever they want to say, and it doesn't have to have respect added to their tone. Tonality counts. Tonality
how do you
counts a lot.
expect? And I'll use Melly Mel as an example. How do you expect the younger generations to respect you,
right,
as a legend, icon, or whatever name you want to throw around,
right,
when all you do is talk bad at them, and when you meet them, you just got a negative connotation about yourself.
Right.
And some of these young guys really do want to know about the culture. You can't take
that's a fact.
the ones that say negative stuff about the culture and rappers that talk bad about hip hop, which has always been weird to me. But it goes on. You can't judge everybody, but you can't. That's my point. You can't judge all of hip hop,
right?
Because a couple of these rappers don't care about the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's not the totality of people.
No, it's not.
That's just as bad as women saying all black men ain't shit.
Right.
Because you got 4 babies with 5 fathers, like, because, you know, you confused. But you chose, these are choices.
Right.
I hate generalizations, man.
I do too.
That's like saying all podcasts have shock value content.
Not at all.
You can't say that.
Nah.
But people will say that. It's like when some people look at social media like social media is the devil. And I'm like, there's so much good stuff that can be on there.
Right.
You know, hell, I get recipes off of there. I learn about different herbs and shit on there. I learn about different vacation spots. You know, different things about health, different things about education.
I was going to go to that night food truck thing that looked like it got canceled that you sent me.
Man, I be sending you shit.
But you sent me that shit. Me and the wife was going to go yesterday. We go back to the flyer gone. We pull it up, try to pull up online. It looked like it got canceled. It looked like it was completely out the way. We was really going to pull up. We was going to drop the boys off at home because we went to the water park yesterday. We went to the water park. We had a great time. We went to this water park in the woods, bro. This shit was in White Lake, North Carolina.
I heard about that.
But that water park was...
How was it, though? How was the product?
It was good.
That's all that matters.
It was good.
All the rest of that shit, when the product is good, you deal with it. Now, when the product bad... You're going to complain about all that other shit.
Bro, it was elements about the water park, and I'm going to give White Lake some props. It was elements about the water park that I thought was fire, where you can rent the tiki huts, and it came with grills.
Tiki huts, huh?
Yo, and it came with grills. So you can actually bring your whole, say you got your whole family, you got a bunch of people, your brothers, cousins, and all this, and you're like, yo, we're going to have a little cookout, but we're going to do it at the water park.
That won't never happen. But
that should be fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, and then it was big enough, but it wasn't some huge facilities where you couldn't. The one thing I could say they needed to do, little TLC, paint some stuff. You know what I mean? A couple little spots, just paint this right here, paint this. Water was clean.
Places get comfortable sometimes.
The water was clean. It was little kids section. They had an incident where a child threw up. They shut the whole little kids section pool down. They drained that shit on the spot, bro. They drained it on the spot and filled it back up. Cleaned it, scrubbed it, filled it back up. On the spot, you could watch them do it. Bro, I was like, I respect that. The wave pool, you know, dog, I hate this. I can't front. There was a lot of black people there. I was kind of shocked by this. I'm in White Lake, North Carolina. It was black, mad black people there.
Black people in White Lake.
The thing is, the pool, the wave pool, only went to 5 feet. I thought that was perfect. As someone that I could swim, I could swim. Lil Sean could swim.
Yeah, 5 feet, I could do that.
My youngest Vaughn, he ain't a strong swimmer, but he can swim at 5 feet. So he over on the deep end because he liked to come on the deep end with me and his brother. He on the deep end, swim, doing his thing, doing his. And then if he struggled, he could push his toe down and push himself. He 4'11", so he almost 5 feet.
You had the Speedos on?
No, bro. I had on some Jordan swim trunks. they longer than my damn shorts I got on right now. My Jordan swim trunks.
You want thighs out?
So, man, no, I actually had my champion swim trunks on. Had my champion.
Yeah, he was
trunks.
right there, thighs out.
Chilling. and a dry fit shirt on, hitting the water slide.
You want a shirt?
Yeah.
You don't wear no shirt out there.
I ain't that confident yet, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a very confident man, but I ain't confident yet.
Yo, let me tell you something.
And there was some niggas out there with titties, nigga. It was one nigga had dog, he had titties.
Yo, what's crazy? He said he had his shirt on, so he just killed my whole material. I have material.
Yeah.
I can't even use it.
Nope.
Nah, you shut me down, son.
Yup. Just like, go right to the right before you try to hit. And I don't have titties. I had titties, but I don't have titties. This nigga had titties, bro. and he had the thick areolas. I said, yo, what's going on? Put your shirt on, my nigga.
Whoa.
Yo,
that is wrong.
I said, put your shirt on, my G. What we doing out here?
He put his chest in
and
the
he just
camera.
walking around. You know what I mean?
That's the dude from the
and
ring.
he with his lady and everything.
Nah, that's the guy from the ring camera.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yo, it was like that, too.
Son put his boob in the ring camera.
So I'm put my titty in the ring camera, which was funny as fuck to me.
That was a violation, man.
But yo, the part was dope. It was dope.
I believe
at the same time, the kids had fun. The kids, that was the main thing.
But you know something? To piggyback on that, I'll say this. You know, North Carolina, it is the country. Everything is very widespread. But there are a lot of good things you can do with your family.
Gyms, bro.
Yeah. If you just research, you might drive an hour or two. But,
it was about an hour,
but
25 minutes.
I'll tell you this. In New York, a 15-minute drive is still 2 hours.
Because of the traffic.
2 hours is 2 hours, man.
Yeah, you're right. Traffic is a motherfucker.
Hey, man.
And I say, man, dog, to a point where even when we got home, the boys was like, yo, when we going back to that water park? And they done been to Carowinds. They done been to the big water park. It was just more intimate. It was just,
man, enjoy those days,
It was a good vibe. Me, Davon, my youngest, he like, Dad, when we getting on the slide? I said, come on, let's go right now. He's like, for real?
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, let's get on the slide.
Man.
Dog, he went down the slide. He looked back. He said, Daddy, and shot down that jump.
Man.
And then here I go, my big ass right down the slide. Fuck it, right behind him.
One day, that boy gonna be 31 years old.
I'm gonna be old as shit too.
Yeah, don't
cry like a mother. Don't make me cry, bro.
I'm saying.
My son started high school this year, bro. That shit happened when he came home with his report card looking good and his 8th grade completion certificate. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, bro, you really about to go to the high school next year?
Yeah, it gets real, man.
He already talking about driving and shit.
It gets real. You know what I'm saying? It's
shit,
like
my daughter, she about to move. She moving out of the area. She be in Charlotte.
It's good. She need to grow.
Yup, she stepping all the way out there. She, stepping into her career. That shit about made me cry. Only person I got last, my babies is my youngest.
That's like crying you talking about, bro. Cut that shit
I don't
out,
give a
man.
fuck, bro. Fuck that shit. The older I get,
soft, man.
Yep, and your ass is too, nigga.
Yeah.
Pause.
We talking about
That's a pause.
Whoa, I missed that one.
Whoa.
Hey, you. That wasn't too bad. We talking about the kids, though. We talking about the kids,
bro.
man.
But that's a real shit, though.
Ain't as bad as Fat Joe.
Yo!
Ain't bad as Fat Joe. He talking about he the glizzy master. What do you call
He
himself?
said that shit. Yes. Yo, my man, Eric said, yo, he was like, this podcast might be good. I'm sorry,
podcast?
bro. I don't like their podcast at all.
Fat Joe and
Fat Joe Jenkins. I don't like this shit at all, dog.
Jadakiss don't even like it.
He really don't.
My man called Fat Joe Cap Joe.
I might be with him. on that,
I
man.
am too. I'm just saying it because he made it up first.
Yo, so I think we good. I had another topic, but I think we good, man. We had an hour and 7 minutes, man. So go ahead and end the show, my guy.
All right, day to day, man. I want everybody to focus on 3 wins. It was something I was thinking about yesterday, man. Physical, mental, and spiritual. Your physical, make sure every day you're active, whatever that is. The gym, you're walking. Some people can walk to the mailbox. Some of you got mailboxes
Yep.
pretty far. Take care of that. Your mental, just things that you read, things that you ingest, things you do to build up your mind. My mother's 89 years old. I suggested 5 years ago to give you a quick story to do word finds. And she's been doing them. And over that time, my father just sat in his recliner, brain deteriorating. My mother, sharp, 89 years old, sharp. She just gets tired a little bit, but she's almost 90, sharp.
Right.
Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, she plays those games and the word find like all day.
I love that.
All day. Spiritual, it's the time you meditate,
Yep.
you pray, whatever works for you. Everybody's will be different, but get these 3 wins every day. It'd be the totality of a winner. You know what I'm saying? Live your life like a champion. Like you're the game against life. You know what I mean? Always play that game to win. Remember those 3 things, man. Life is full of challenges. We can't stop the challenges from coming, but we can change how we respond to them.
I like that, man. That's a good one. Man. Well, This is the Black Male Podcast. TS is who I am.
Tre-Dot is who I am, and Love Mad is the brand.
Yeah, you got it on. Yo, check us out next week, man. We'll be here. Same bat channel, same bat station. Got what you need network.
TS with the kneecaps out.
Yeah, man. I got good kneecaps, though. Some of this
nah,
big old,
I'm done.
this bruise right here.
I'm done.
That's a steel plate, y'all. I was active.
He talking about his kneecaps.
I got nice kneecaps, bro.
I started it.
My wife say all the time, I love your legs.
Oh, no. I'm good. She's not here.
Hey,
She has nothing to do with this show.
we'll catch y'all later.
Most definitely.
Peace.
We have to leave on that.